Before I get started, if you are a younger male watching this, I would kindly ask that you go get your dad, grandpa, older brother, cousin, uncle. Grab an older male figure that you respect and please have them sit down and watch this video with you because there's a point I'm going to make towards the end of it, and I would like them to not so much co-sign, but I would like for them to give their interpretation of it, if not just expound upon what I'm going to say when we get there. All right, let's begin. So this is a story I haven't thought about in a long time, and I was gonna wait till this channel got bigger to tell it, but why not? My weirdest Valentine's Day, not my worst. Y'all never getting that. That is going to my grave. So a lot of y'all know I used to work at the radio station in Orlando around the Maitland area. Well, right down the street from there is the Orlando chapter of EA Games. Yes, that EA Games.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
I used to do playtesting out there a lot, which is exactly what it sounds. They pick a bunch of random people, they bring us into a room, and we basically test different video games that they want to get feedback on and maybe go back and do developments with. And in case anybody from that company is watching, and to honor the many NDAs I had to sign, I think the stuff they had us play was like all test alpha builds of like other games that they were working on, and then they would take our feedback, finish the product, and then kind of reskin it into whatever the big name branded product they were going to put out was. The cool part about it was every time you did a playtest, you got 2 free games. When I tell y'all I have not paid for a single EA title between Battlefield 4 and 2042, and if you were like me and you damn near ran the roster and had every game they had to offer because you came through so much, you could also get in-game currency. Like if I played any of the EA Sports games or Apex Heavy like that, I would be Scrooge McDucking it. They would give us snacks, food, drinks, and then we would kind of just have a roundtable discussion, discuss anything we thought could be better about the game, graphics that could be improved, glitches or bugs we might have found on certain like real simple, like thought bubble type stuff. It was pretty cool. And when it was over, sometimes they would just flip open this trunk and there was brand new sealed copies of every game that they had on that list. And if they didn't have a copy of the game there to give you, or you got the digital currency stuff, they would just email you a code like later that same day. Like I've done so many playtests with them. I have the Celebration Edition of Battlefront 2 on my Xbox and my PlayStation.
Console number 1 and 2.
I don't remember what game I got that day. I just know I was really happy to have it because what a way to spend a Valentine's Day, testing video games. But because this is EA Games we're talking about, apparently the bathroom was paid DLC because they didn't have one in the lobby. So, we in Altamont Springs, I know the area, I know the nearest place where I can go get a public bathroom is the nearby Walmart, and I'm showing you which one specifically because this map is going to be very important in about 2 minutes. You ever see somebody wear something on Instagram and then you recognize them later by the outfit that same day? So that's what happened to me when I got to this Walmart. I remember a friend of mine did her outfit of the day post, and as I'm speed walking into the Walmart because I had to park in the goddamn back and my bladder is about to explode at this point. So as I get closer, the sliding doors open, I see the outfit and realize, oh, it is her. Bro, when I tell you I had to pee so bad, I was about to sidestep her like somebody hit the juke button in Madden. She sees me coming in. As I kind of try to sidestep her, she does one of those like double arm around the neck tight type of hugs. And just before her face gets here, I saw the look in her eye, and that let me know this is going to be a problem. She didn't say nothing, nor did she have to. I knew to look directly right behind her, and there's some dude standing about 10 feet away, just mean mugging both of us. And now I gotta make a scene. This is all occurring right here at the end. Like, I couldn't even play it off like I was already inside and leaving. Like, I am at the area where, like, the sliding glass doors are in between and the carts are at. So now he sees me walk in here, and then I just start shouting, "Oh, word, you parked back this way too? Oh, I was just getting ready to leave. I'll walk with you to your car. Girl, I ain't seen you in a minute. Let's catch up." Which was partially the truth. I had not really spoken to this person in 10 years. Not for anything wrong. Like, our dads were friends when we were little, and she used to come over to our house with her siblings, and we would all play video games and swim. But y'all know how childhood is. People get older, grow apart, and move, and yada, yada, yada. And I had seen her in passing every few years, but even then it was like a small hi, bye, nothing too serious, but we kept it cordial. So now with this being our grand reunion, so after the hug and assessing the situation, I kind of just look back and forth to be sure. And I ask, is this your husband, boyfriend? I know we haven't seen each other in a while. Is this somebody to you? And her response was, no, he's just the person who was nice enough to buy my groceries for me. even though I didn't need him to and asked him not to, and he decided to anyway. Which probably explains why he's now staring at me like I've stolen his property. I now do this awkward exit in 180 with her walking beside me, and I see homeboy starts marching down on us. At this point, I'm just preparing myself because I'm like, hey, I don't know what's about to happen. Either you gonna turn around or I am, and it can be a problem for either one of us. But right now, her safety is my priority, and I'm just gonna have to do what I have to do. You know what's funny? There was a video of like an old man getting punched by this older black dude a couple years ago in Orlando, and it was at the same Walmart. Look it up, I'm sure you can find it. I think it was like right after this happened too. Something about that parking lot. But she beats me to the punch on turning around, introduces me to the guy, introduces the guy to me, and explains like, hey, this is my friend, you know, we grew up together, I've known him since he was like 10 and yada yada yada, and we're about the same age and haven't seen him in about a decade, and we were just catching up. I'm still holding on to was getting ready to walk back to my car, and she coincidentally is parked next to me lie. He kind of introduces himself, and it's very awkward and standoffish. Like, I don't know what he wanted or what his intentions was. And I feel like I've heard like this forcing women to let you buy their groceries tactic before, and I can't think of where right now. Y'all let me know. So he kind of just went, oh, you know, I was speaking to her in the store and we were getting to know each other, and, you know, me and her were chatting a little bit. Again, that hug she gave me the interest told me that y'all have two different interpretations of what was happening inside that store. Now, remember how I brought up the map? Here's why. I want y'all to remember this tree right here. I remember as I was walking into the store, like 10 minutes before this all started, I remember seeing a dude posted up against this tree. Out the side of my eye, I remember seeing him, didn't look at him, but I do remember my brain acknowledging him being there. Now all of this has transpired, me and her having this awkward interaction with this dude who now just won't leave. My internal organs are screaming because I'm still holding my baby bladder. And then, from the tree, hey, yo, ma. Yo, I can't lie. I've been watching you from like across the way. Yo, you like mad beautiful. You like stupid gorgeous. Can I please get... This nigga basically starts doing a remix of the Can I Get Your Number bit from Mad TV. Meanwhile, at this point, my bladder is like hurting, and I'm just in my head like, I will R. Kelly both of you and make it uncomfortable for everyone here if y'all don't f*** off. At this point, I'm looking around at other people for help because I'm just like, this cannot be happening. I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, we looking at both of them. And the first guy, now that I'm thinking about it, didn't really seem disturbed by any of this. Huh. So now we are having this uncomfortable ass conversation with four of us. Her, who is mildly uncomfortable by these two, me, who doesn't even want to be here but is staying here so nothing pops off, and these two who just can't take a hint. And so at this point, he's publicly trying to get her number in front of this other guy who she clearly does not want to say her digits out loud for her. So she gives him her Snapchat. And of course, he puts it in before we can even walk away to make sure he got the real account. At this point, I got an attitude. Hey, yo, this your real account? Yes. It's been that for 10 years. Actually, my memory of this part gets a little fuzzy, but y'all know me. I don't trust anybody, and I don't delete shit. So because I thought this was gonna get really weird, I started recording in my pocket, and I still have that audio. I'm gonna put subtitles. I want y'all to hear how both our voices changed when we were with them versus when we finally got away from them.
You can type it yourself.
High school,
Good?
Yeah, you gentlemen have a great night.
All right.
Y'all pushing though.
What was your name?
My name's Chris. You get the whole name.
All right, heard. Thank you. That was awkward. Very awkward.
Yeah. I saw it, I'm like, ah.
Anyway, all right. I am leaving.
I'm gonna see you that way.
If you want.
I'm just saying because I'm parked over there too.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna head on over. So, thank you for everything. I appreciate it. You have my Snap as well, so you can hit me up.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. My Jesus. I have never had that happen to me ever in my 24 years of life.
I mean, it's understandable as to why, but at the same time.
It's so awkward. I think he did it on purpose. Like, he showed out.
Really?
Like, OD.
I give him
For no
credit
reason.
for being very respectful about it.
But still.
I was just looking around to help like a fourth dude was gonna show up.
Don't do that. Yes, this is my car. It's old, but I still go 100.
I'm not judging your little hoopty. I'm still trying to get one myself.
I saw my car.
Let me turn this off because I only turned it off. Yeah, you hear how uncomfortable that shit sounded? So, walked into a car, actually stayed and we caught up for a little bit because, again, it's been like a decade since we've sat and had like a real conversation. And I couldn't help but notice that as we were walking away and a good chunk of our conversation, those two dudes who were supposedly strangers before we all met were now sitting and talking like a lot. Like they knew each other. Again, I still don't know what to make of that. Y'all tell me. So we sitting there chopping it up, talking about time that's passed. And at this point, I think my bladder has just genjutsu'd itself into forgetting that I even had to go to the bathroom in the first place. That or my whole body's now just gone numb. But she gives me her real number, tells me to text her. I tell her I'll follow up. And then I make a mad dash to the bathroom. I want you to understand, at this point, I've been holding my bladder for close to about 2 hours. The sun was up when I got to this parking lot. Now it's gone. Bro, I swear when I got to the urinal, open the floodgates, I heard Ode to Joy playing in my ear. I finally finished the business I came here to do. I walk out of Walmart, and this was kind of the first sign I should have just left this whole thing alone after today. Not the whole being in danger part, the whole hit me up, follow up, texting her part. Because I see she got on Snapchat and is now telling her recollection of the story. But when she's telling it, she's talking about 3 guys who were surrounding her and making her uncomfortable. So now I'm like, this happened less than 10 minutes ago, and I didn't even want to be there. Why am I being portrayed as a predator? Now, as I said, she gave me her information. So some of y'all are probably watching and thinking, well, y'all kept in touch, right? Yeah, about that. To my Jamaican people, I don't know what's wrong with us. I don't know why we think one text a day, sometimes the same text every day, warrants a conversation or a kept up conversation. Especially for those of us who were born stateside and know how to properly talk. Here's what I mean. This was day 1 after this event. And again, not initiated by me. Hey. Day 2. Hey, how's it going? Day 3. Hey, what's up? Not much, just chilling at home. Oh, that's cool. Any big plans for the rest of the week? Day 4. Hey. Yeah, that conversation carried on like that, restarting every day for like 2 weeks. To the point where I just gave up. And I'm not counting that as a strike or like a red flag against it because I don't know why my people talk like that, dog. I got a friend I've known since high school. It's been 10 years since we graduated. Met her in the 11th grade. She texts me like that to this day. Meanwhile, this is somebody who took honors English, graduated with honors, and had a higher GPA than me. Text me exactly like that. I got cousins from Jamaica with like whole college degrees, and that's how they talk, like in the WhatsApp chats. Something about trying to get my people to formulate a full sentence is like pulling teeth. Again, hence why I just kind of wrote it off and just left it alone. So about a year goes by, I moved to Texas. And for those who don't know, I live in like the outskirts of Dallas. Like I live out in the sticks. And I believe me and her spoke when I announced that I was moving. But then I see she's doing like an internship like in a town further than mine. So I'll reach out again. Second thing that should have let me know to leave this alone. Just kind of letting her know, hey, you got a fellow Floridian friend out here. I get it. You live out probably in the boonies somewhere with a town of like 50 people. I know it's small, it's different. Adjusting can be a mofo sometimes. But you know, if you ever want to go into the city and do something to get away from that or whatever, just hit me up, let me know. She said, cool, she'll keep me posted. One of the things I suggested was Six Flags. Still haven't been, by the way. Third thing that finally told me to leave this alone. One day I look at her story, I see she's at Six Flags. For the record, the highway you have to take from her city and mine to get to Six Flags is outside my window. Meaning to literally get there and home, you have to pass my house twice. And it was at this point, I just kind of left it alone. I stopped reaching out. I figured God only put me in that situation to keep it from turning into a worse situation. Why the rest of this part got dragged out this long into this weird, awkward part, I still don't know. And now for the part as to why I told all you young bucks to go grab your OGs. Because some of y'all are probably watching this thinking, damn, that's messed up. She kind of dissed you like that? She moved to your same city and couldn't hit you up? Why did she give you her real number just for her to barely respond? I don't know either. Y'all tell me. Ladies, if y'all are watching this at this point, please clarify what any of this means, because I'm still confused to this day. But the point I wanted to make to any of you young men watching, women don't owe you shit. Now hear me out, because I know it's probably a bunch of uncles and older brothers and pappies and whatnot getting ready to click off thinking that boy's simping. I promise you I'm not. Just hear me out. Never should you do something, let alone the right thing, with the intent of getting something in return. She was kind enough to give me her information after what happened that day, and I reciprocated that energy by following up and trying to keep contact as she requested me to do. It was a nice bonus, but that was not my goal nor my intention. I saw my friend, my sister, a black woman in danger who clearly needed my help, and I stepped in where I needed to. I handled it the best way I saw fit and made sure that she got out of that situation safely. That is my goal at the end of the day, and I accomplished that. I'm a strong, healthy, masculine black male, and that's just what we do. And as you get older and become a man, at no point should you go through life doing things like that expecting to get something in return. And I'm bringing this up because I know there's all this talk online about like toxic masculinity and simping and blah blah blah. And as much as I hate that we as a people have adopted that term for each other more than anybody, let's talk about what healthy masculinity does, and that is that. It heals, it helps, and it protects when need be. Because it's the right thing to do. And again, no words were exchanged to tell me I needed to step into this situation, just brief eye contact. Again, a good man does not do what he's supposed to because he's expecting something in return. He does what he's supposed to because that's just what a good man does. Don't get it twisted though, if it comes with like perks or party favors or thank yous or whatever after, by all means partake. I got free chips, soda, and video games before this whole thing started, so I was already winning that day. But yeah, that was my weirdest Valentine's Day. 5 years ago today. If you made it to this point, I would like to hear y'all chime in. What was up with the two dudes in the parking lot? Why did they seemingly know each other? Why did I get lumped into the story with the rest of them like right after that happened? Ladies, do dudes really try to shoot their shot at you by forcing you to let them buy your groceries? For the fellas, how would you have handled that situation? And for anybody who's an expert in the art of communication, as far as the second half of that bit, why that played out like that? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I'm terrible at reading these things. And I just want y'all to remember, all of this happened because EA Games doesn't have a bathroom in their lobby.
All I'm offering is the
Beats, baby.
And here